Hey, this is Collector Haven, and today we're doing a first look at Hero Worship #1. So the writers of Hero Worship are Zach Penn and Scott Murphy. If you want to know, Zach Penn actually co-wrote X-Men: The Last Stand and Last Action Hero. They're not great movies, but I guess give them a shot. The art is done by Michael Dipascale. I'm going to say Dipascale, and I don't care how I said it. He actually has a DeviantArt page. He actually did Lady Death. He helped out with some of Crossed and Night of the Living Dead. So, I mean, he's a pretty experienced artist. I don't like the coloring on it per se, but it's really, if you're into that realistic style of these comics, I mean, you can get into it. It's just kind of like that GI combat. Someone basically drew as many lines as they could, and then someone actually colored in all the details of like depth. So the art is a little bit fuzzy. Just you have to get used to it if you don't like it. Okay, so this kid named Adam, he's a high school kid from high school. Letting that out. Okay. There's this kid named Adam, right? He's at a party with his friend Brian. He's one of those douchebag cool guys. So he got into this party, he's all bored, sitting on a wall, and he's like, dude, I want to go home, right? And so Brian's like, dude, go talk to that chick, she's drunk. And so Adam's like, whatever, I'm gonna go do it. So he goes over, talks to them, they get in the bed, and it's, you know, they're getting intimate. And then he gets a text from one of his friends, and and it's an address. So the guy's like, dude, I gotta go. And then she's just like, why are you flicking out on me? And he's got this necklace, which is Zenith. Now in this world, it has comic books like we do, except there's only one real superhero. His name is Zenith. So basically, what Adam is he's a Zenith freak. I shouldn't say that. He's like a Zenith fan. And basically, they go out, they look up YouTube videos, they, you know, find pictures on the internet, and they go to disasters to see if they can spot this hero, get, you know, recordings. They're basically obsessed with a hero. So he goes down on the thing, they see him, and he's just like, dude, that's bad A. So he goes to high school the next day, and Brian's like, dude, you need to stop doing all this hero crap. I mean, it's so stupid. Like, I know every kid, when they were like 5 years old, did it. And Adam's just like, you're never going to understand. So he goes back home, one of his friends calls him up, and he's just like, dude, you're going to have to get me some pictures and stuff. And he's like, why? And then he shows them the website, and there's a Zenith Foundation that actually is like a charity for showing people the history of the superhero Zenith. Basically, he won a contest to go see the tour. So he's like, awesome. So he goes to the tour, and he's talking with other nerds about like, oh, I saw him like 3 times. That's cool. He actually goes to the tour, he's watching the history thing, and he starts getting sick. So he walks out of the room, and he's embarrassed because they have to take him home. And he goes home, and he passes out at the dinner table. So they go to the hospital, and basically the doctors could find nothing wrong with him. They don't have medical insurance, so they couldn't test any further. So basically he goes home, and then his mom's like, you can ditch school the next day if you want to, if you're, you know, feeling too sick. And he's just like, I really don't want to. So he goes to school, and after school's over, there's this fence that he jumps every day, like, to get to his house. So he jumps the fence, and he floats there. And he's like, what the hell? And so he realizes that he can fly. He discovers that he has flight abilities. And so that very night, he goes like to the edge of this dock on the water, and he's just like, okay, I can either fly or I can just fall in the water, and that's fine with me. So basically he starts flying, and he's freaking out like anyone would, a person getting superpowers would. And so he's flying, a plane comes, and him, like the retard he is freaking out. He almost gets hit by it, he's falling, and then he gets stable again, and he hits something. And the thing that he hits isn't like a wall or like a building. He basically hits the superhero Zenith, and he's like, watch where you're going. And that's where the whole comic ends. And as far as the #1 for Hero Worship, I would say it's got all the basics. It's got basic plot, there's a superhero involved, but it's not really the kind of thing that you would think. You would think it would be following Zenith, but it's actually following a fan who gains superpowers and is now up to scale as a superhero. So I would be glad, you know, to see where this goes, where this leads. It seems pretty interesting and enticing as a first comic, and you know, it's really your own opinion. If you don't like the art, if you're not into this whole kid gaining superpowers, like someone just discovering superpowers, you're not gonna like it. But if you're into that kind of like, I want to see the beginning of a superhero and how stupid they are till they become all bad, then that's for you. Then I would say read this, because it could get, you know, pretty hairy. From my opinion, I think Zenith is going to be kind of a dick to him, because that's the way it's seeming right now. But you know, I don't know where it's going to turn out. But this is just a first look. I think you should check it out. It's got awesome art, I believe. You just got to get used to it. It's your own opinion, and we'll be back with another review. I don't know. Soon. Dude, 2 reviews? Yeah! Okay. Bye. Hey, this is Collector Haven with another comic book review for you. And we're doing today Hero Worship. Did I really just say it again? Hey, this is Collector Haven, and we're having a first